Hi everyone, I'm here with Anna Mattos. Anna, can you introduce yourself?
Of course. My name is Anna. I'm a local educator, clarinetist, and also conductor in the area of South Florida. I currently hold a master's degree in clarinet performance, and I'm getting a second graduate degree in conducting, instrumental conducting.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, me and Anna did our undergrad together, and she's phenomenal at what she does.
Thanks.
But we're here to talk about your emerging business idea that you're creating for the local clarinet community. Can you tell us a little bit about it and how that idea started?
Of course. So through my graduate degree, my graduate program, I was a part of the clarinet choir all throughout my master's. And it was a new experience for me, and an experience that I recognized was something that was really cool and something that was very necessary for the clarinet community of all ages. I'm very passionate about teaching clarinet and reaching all ages, not just gearing it towards maybe older clarinet players and whatnot, because I think that when younger kids find out about what a clarinet choir is, they get very inspired. So for me, that's something that's really important, and something that after my experience in a clarinet choir for a while, I was able to kind of again recognize that that's something that I wanted to provide for my community, and it's not something that is really a thing here in South Florida. Mm-hmm. So finding that niche kind of I found it very interesting, and I thought it was necessary for our clarinet community.
Yeah, it's true. There's not really anything like that, so there's a need for it here.
Yeah.
So what's your goal with this?
So my main goal is to establish have a well-established clarinet choir organization, mostly geared towards younger clarinetists who want to progress as musicians and also as people, and that way they get the experience of an ensemble outside of their band room or outside of their orchestra ensemble and whatnot, that can develop a lot of more skills for them that they can either bring back to their classroom or they can use in their future with whatever it is that they decide to do.
Seems like clarinet choir is pretty valuable.
Yeah.
Different areas. So can you go into more detail about the purpose of your business?
Yeah, of course. So I forgot to mention this, but I've been kind of playing around with different names for the ensemble. Right, and I kind of landed in the Silver Keys Clarinet Choir name just because our keys are silver. But that name might change later on. But the main purpose, and I touched a little bit on this, is to provide meaningful musical experiences for our community of clarinet students, to be able to experience an ensemble, like I said, outside of school, that will provide opportunities for them to grow. I think the clarinet ensemble gives students an outlet for creativity and leadership skills that they would otherwise not have, or maybe it might take them a while to develop or get there in their own band room. So providing them with a safe space to be able to develop those skills within their own community of clarinetists, I think is something that's really, really valuable.
Yeah, that's awesome. It seems like it'd be pretty important for those kids at such a formative age too. Can you touch on your short-term and long-term goals for your clarinet choir?
Yeah, absolutely. So for short-term, I think a big thing is recruitment, right? Having a recruitment plan is something that's super important. I think it's the first thing that needs to get moving. And so my recruitment plan includes a lot of social media presence for the organization. I think building a plan to catch the audience's attention and motivate young students to be a part of the ensemble that they don't know anything about. Like I said, a lot of young clarinetists don't know that a clarinet ensemble can be a thing. You have the really low clarinets and the really high clarinets, and they've never seen that before. So that's something that's really exciting for people their age. And yeah, I think that young clarinet players in school ensembles rarely get the opportunity, to be exposed to things like chamber music or repertoire that they should know, they should start getting familiarized with, especially for those players who take it a little bit more seriously, So my short-term plan, definitely some social media presence. And then long-term, I would love to, once I get it going and have it established, I would love to be able to go to conferences like Clarinet Fest or other conferences that we can apply to and be able to perform in as a clarinet ensemble, because that is a thing usually at different conferences. That is something really cool.
That is so cool. Like, you're planning on like giving all these opportunities to these young students. That's really nice. So definitely a need for it, right? In the local clarinet community. So you're hitting that. So what experiences have helped you develop these ideas?
Yeah, I think that, one, I mentioned that earlier, but being able to be a part of a clarinet choir definitely formed my ideas. But then also coming back to FAU to do a graduate degree, I was given the opportunity to be a part of the Arts and Entrepreneurship class that we're both a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And so that, my biggest takeaway from taking this class has been having guidance on how to start something, a project or an idea that I've had that I've really been stalling on because I didn't have the tools or the guidance to be able to at least plan something. And it was really scary to start something. But I think that going through the class and being able to see what my peers are doing and also have guest speakers in the class who are similar to our ages, who are successful entrepreneurs, and also have had to deal with failure, and seeing how they've had to deal with it and how they've overcome all of that really inspired me to just do it, just to start, because I think that starting is the hardest part of everything. And I'm somebody that plans a lot, and if I don't have a plan, it's not happening. So just the fact that I'm able to plan or at least see what I can do with an idea that I have has been really nice. I've had a lot of I've been scared to fail, and all of us are, but failure in the business world is a different animal than failure in the practice room. So it's like so all of these experiences have been able to give me the tools to at least be able to start something.
Yeah, it's very helpful and inspiring too. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you all for watching and joining us today. And stay on the lookout for what Silver Keys Clarinet Choir does in the future, right? Yeah. For like the music community. Yeah. And thank you, Anna, for joining us today.
Thank you, Daniel.